Best he can hope for here is to eat his way through the trees and get some sick jukes going on. He will salve up, it gets canceled. Connects with a thunderclap onto Blonde, but now the Wraithfire Blast comes out, and he will be susceptible to the first blood. Blonde gets it, and this is a great start for the Skywrath. Rotate down bottom. Rise is coming around the back side of the tower, which is taking quite a bit of damage. There is a glyph available for Empire if they want to try to make a hold, or perhaps just secure a deny. There is a set of Forge Spirits coming out. The Resolution is going to try to time the last hit appropriately. Will be off the mark. The arrow just barely whizzes by. Magic Missile. They will go in on Ace in the top lane, and oh, a nice swap from Rise will get him caught by the the Sunstrike flying through, but he does fall. Ace survives, now will be able to turn around on the solo. Rise comes in, skewer back onto Always Wanna Fly. It's a 1 for 2 as they set up the kill and just the support. MYM more interested in mid lane. They'll go in for a solo RP on the Resolution, skewer back, and it's just an easy kill. They all rotate forward, keep their tower alive, and will move into deny range, and they'll be happy to deny it straight away. MYM, as you mentioned before, just playing good Dota. Great rotations. They seem to be push him into a silent, and it's a huge team fight for MYM. A 1 for 3 trade, and they're not done quite yet. They want more. They see Solo moving into the tree line. He has no TP and little hope of surviving this one.
Money Solo, 1,000 gold, he's going to lose 300. He should have spent his money there, but...
Yeah, Puts comes right back up. They'll bring down the Brewmaster. Resolution will be able to ghost walk to safety, but the support splitting directions, just trying to mount an escape. Always Wanna Fly will leap over the tree line. Uh-oh, there's a watermelon on the other side of those trees.
Gem back.
And they bring him down, yep, and they will secure their gem.
Oh, didn't get the gem. Where?
And it's again, goes flying into the front line. Ace has the first Ravage. No BKBs on. Refreshes. Will look for the second Ravage. The Resolution will use his BKB, and that will deter Ace. Still holding on to it. Solo takes a stun on the low ground mag. Will be able to bring down Rise, it looks like. They've lost the 2 supports on the Radiant side, but Quick still has his ultimate. Just getting kited around right now, but there's an RP onto 3. They'll skewer them right into the Wraith King. There's the second Ravage from Ace. It connects on all 4 that are still alive, and it's a full team wipe. The patience from Ace proving.
Yeah. You're not killing them in the chronosphere with the swaps, so all around, like, they countered the Empire draft, executed their draft perfectly, and just, it's great to see an upset coming out of MYM. Not the first time this season as well. I think it was Alliance we saw them take a game off of as well, so even though MYM may not be going to the LAN finals, they've had some really big wins.
Yeah, and just crisp execution in this game, looking very, very good. Now Empire moving into 4 losses, puts them in a slightly more difficult position, looking towards the top 4. Now, before we move into the next game, we've got Na'Vi versus the HellRaisers ready to start. The bets for this game, Gods, would you care to take a guess on what the numbers were?
82%.
Pretty close. 85% for Empire, MYM 15%. 4 Arcanas and many other big items were lost, and oh boy, the upsets. We'll have a quick break here, guys, and then Na'Vi coming up for our second game of the day here in the StarLadder Season 10 European Day 20 coverage. Immune, whatever those characters, ASDZ, Immune, he'll be here on the Skywrath Bank. But here's the initiation on the art style. FNG pops out of the trees, arrow connects, and that's an easy first blood. Fnatic grabs the last hit, and Riki Maroon. Yeah, no easy way to interrupt it. Actually, no way to interrupt it. Earthshaker does not have the mana for a fissure, so they'll settle for just letting him TP home, and they'll be able to secure the first tower kill of the game, it looks like. In the mid, Genji doing as much damage to the tower as possible. Same story in the top lane. HR with the obvious pushing advantage. But they'll chop him down. The backstab starting to add up, and that'll be a dead Viper. Now they'll press forward as Fnatic jumps onto the Skywrath Mage. Magnus will find the kill. Zubot isolated in the trees, but does have an Echo Slam doing a fair bit of damage to set up these kills. Will be able to bring down Fnatic, art style, taking some decent damage, but does make it happen. Now Dendi comes in, and with that Sentry Ward down, they will find a kill on the Riki. Echo Slam for this stage in the game, and Earthshaker with no Blink Dagger did a decent amount of damage. Set up a kill, but it just wasn't quite enough. Would have been better if he could have stayed back, and like you said, be prepared with more fissures coming out. But 11-7, HR still holding on to a decent goal lead.
Losing a support Morana and getting 2 team 1 at this stage of the game. Great now.
Dreg going back in, Thunderclap right onto the most. FNG taking a lot of damage. Will fall as Fnatic comes in with the Chronos here onto the side. Isolates the Skywrath, but not able to bring him down quite yet. One more auto attack, and he will fall. Skywrath Mage gets picked as Dendi uses a nice skewer back. Him and the most very low on HP, but they'll both survive. Wraith King won't be so lucky. Fnatic, neither will he. Mech from Havos tops him off. Block him into the base. Void will get the kill onto the Skywrath, but it'll cost him his life. Gem just hanging out onto the ground. Now Navi kind of on the back foot. Dendi with an RP does some okay damage, but Dubas right there with the dunk. Navi taking a lot of damage. Then Storm and Havos both go down. This looks like it could be another full team wipe. The monster kill, triple kill for Art Style. Buyback from Dendi as well as, buyback from Havos. Dendi does not have it. Bottom lane of Rax get cleaned up, and I think this is GG here. Dendi now slowed up on the refusal. Havos the lone survivor, and not for long. It'll be a dive back. A rampage comes out for Art Style. GG, well.
That 1v1 between Brewmaster and Viper, end of the day, I would say was like a slight win to the Brewmaster. Not on CS, but as far as giving a Brewmaster a fast level 6, and overall, Navi, I think, just should have maybe gone for the more standard play. You run the safe lane trail, and we saw last game, Empire, how little a Brewmaster can do when he gets zoned out of the lane. I think shutting down an off-lane hero was going to do a lot more than shutting down a Riki. Riki can always catch up, and Riki is actually not that item dependent, so I think the laning set from Navi wasn't the best, and the execution obviously wasn't there when they had that one initiation get turned around at top lane, which basically ruined their offensive trailing.
So the bets coming into this were about 80-20, so a lot of rares getting lost today, gods, and two upsets back-to-back. We've got two more games coming up for y'all for this day of StarLadder EU coverage. Up next will be NVMI, now known as Virtus.Pro Polar versus Cloud9. Should be a very good matchup and an even one at that. And then our final game of the day will be Fnatic versus MYM, which should be a good one. Based on how well MYM played against Empire, they'll give Fnatic a run for their money. So still two good games coming up next. I'm Zyori in the studio, joined by Gods remotely, and we'll be back with our next game coming up in about 15 minutes.
Just like whoever it's safer to get the farm will get the farm.
Okay, yeah, I guess that makes some sense. Twilight Guy finds a double damage, and they'll press forward, but Illidan takes the Photic Shield. He'll feel okay. Polar, or Lil, rather, will help secure the first blood. It is Illidan that gets the last hit, and he's stacking up with...
Well, find himself once again in a tough spot.
Yeah, Illidan taking a lot of damage, but Goblack's there with the support. Almost falls, but eats his stick charges. Now Bone 7. He'll get chased down. Goblack wants to dive this. He has a mist coil and an aphotic shield, so he should be okay. Gets off the mist coil, doesn't use the shield, and now will just use it to run back through the tower. They come in, almost grab an item. Scandal will just stand his ground. Make sure he picks up his stick as it was sitting on the ground. Fada will secure the kill, but Will comes in. A lot of damage onto Bone 7. One more auto attack will bring him down. He can't find it. Now Fada looking for the double. The Searing Chains aren't enough to bring down the Visage, and he survives with 20 hit points to spare. Oh boy, now they get a kill on DK Phobos in the top lane. Didn't get to catch that one, but... well, VP Polar handed away. Highlight Die looking for a neutral deny, and he won't find it. A close call, but Illidan will secure the kill, and that makes it a 1-for-1.
I think Paladin had the neutral deny, but they used his Soul Ring, so the Wraith Fire Blast killed him. There's going to take another 2 ticks from the Wraith Fire Blast, but using the Soul Ring actually AUI some farm as well as some time to get some more experience in the safe lane.
And Fada all over the rune control, has a double damage rune on, bottles up an illusion, and it seems like he's had more runes than he hasn't for sure. As this bottom tier 1 tower takes him down. Blip comes out, Illidan TP's in to try and isolate Envy, but out comes the Primal Roar to buy him some time. Fada on the other side, Searing Chains on 2 heroes, doing a lot of damage to the supports. Now the Chrono from Envy around the other side of the fight. They will lose their Skywrath Mage, but Visage has already gone down. Fada, and they'll drop the hammer. 550 gold, ending that dominating streak, going the way of the Visage. Now they're going to Owie to take this time. Maybe he can grave TP. There's the grave, but this time there's a Centaur inbound. Just a second, and nothing Owie can do besides stand his ground, try and do a little bit of damage, but in the end...
they'll take it for themselves.
Yeah, they will have an option to contest it. It looks like they want to do it. Both falling very slowly, despite the minus armor and the ultimate from GP. Mystic Flare comes in, softens them up quite a bit. They need to hop in now. Radiant is the one to grab the agent. It's killed by the Radiant. Centaur finds the kill on Eternal Envy right away. It'll cost him his life. Now the Ember Spirit falls in.
Weave and Void's going to be coming in soon with the Chronosphere, so this could go ahead.
Oh man, Fada with a double battle here. He's doing so much cleave damage here. He's going to be healed up by the Dazzle. Will take a Shallow Grave. Envy with a big Chrono on 3. A lot of follow-up damage coming from Cloud9. Scandal stuck inside the Chrono with the Exorcism on. It just doesn't matter. An Ultra kill for Envy comes out. It's game. Their execution was just on point.
Yeah, Cloud9 just good draft, good synergy between a lot of their heroes, and just great job of splitting the map and not allowing GoBlack with this annoying 5-man lamp to ever really do just that. They didn't get a chance to 5-man until it was too late. Like, that 5-man minute at the end was the right idea, but you look at Fata with double Battle Fury, Envy with Mjolnir Aghanim Scepter, you're just too far behind on items to win a fight like that. So if VP could have done that 10 minutes earlier, I think they would have been in good shape, but Cloud9 just never allowed that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, we even saw like the kind of final turning point was when Virtus.Pro went up to push that tier 2 tower in mid, and they had that that huge team wipe. And to start off the fight, Fada took the Wraith King down to half health just from all the cleaves from the double Battle Fury. If you start off a fight with your heroes already down to like 60, 70% HP, it makes the follow-up just so much easier. Eternal Envy can come in and just clean house, Chain Lightning's bouncing all over the place, and Cloud9 secure the win. So we have one more game coming up today, and it's MYM versus Fnatic. It's scheduled to start here in about 20 minutes, so we'll have a little break and then get right into it. But based on MYM's upset over Empire earlier today, it should be a good match to round off our coverage. Fnatic has only played a couple of games in this group stage. I think they're only 2-0 right now, so they still have a lot to prove, and we'll see a lot more of Fnatic coming out. So we'll see what they can do against MYM here, gods. In. They'll find Trixie right out of the gate. He'll take a Wraith Fire Blast and an Arcane Bolt. The Cavalry has arrived, and they'll try to bring him down here. Shackles from Rise. This will be your first blood coming out, and surround as Trixie can't make it out. First blood drawn by Quicks on perhaps. Nope, he'll just have to turn and try and run away, but actually running away from his buddy Centaur. I want a Hoof Stomp to save you, friend, but Rise will fall, and now Ace, he takes a Magic Missile, and he could be in some trouble here. Also, Sunstrike coming in will connect and help secure the kill. It's a double for Trixie. Yeah. Making sure that he doesn't get caught unaware. And it's working for him so far. Already found 6 last hits.
Yeah, this is the boots first, which I think is fine, but like whether or not it's going to save your life in the game, probably not. Mid lane from the Tumberman. Yeah, Shackle from Rise coming through. There's the Skewer from Arise, and yep, they'll find that kill. It will cost them their Shadow Shaman as Trixie will come in with a nice bout of damage and hoping for a crit, and he'll find it. Oh, the Magnus, rather on Tumberman. That's an RP back towards the tower. Rise is there for follow-up damage. The Shackles, and they grab a kill on the Invoker. Great setup from Arise, and he finds a bit of vengeance there after that death. Yeah. Look at the tower tonight as well.
Radiant's top tower
objective
is under attack.
Taken, but not by Fnatic.
That'll be a dead Shadow Shaman. Juan is the TP back, and Jesus, the swaps and the blinks from Arise. He's all over the place, but he will get doomed. Now Quick's coming in, connects to a stun. Will do some decent damage here. Brings down the Doom, and now Come With Me committing deep to bring down Blonde. Will find the kill before falling himself. The rest of the team, they'll bring down the Shadow Shaman first, and even though it's decent initiation from Ace, his cancer security to keep them alive, but whoa, the first RP comes out from Arise, and it's a big one. Do they have the follow-up damage to actually wipe up Fnatic? The second RP coming in. This is the hold that MYM needed, and they will bring them down. Doom and Prophet, the only two to survive, but
I don't think MYM think they have much hope right now.
Yeah, refresher up in 26 seconds. Trixie comes in. Doom onto Blonde. He's going to do it again. Oh, Trixie.
I don't think he lives in the fountain. Like, the fountain won't even save him. Okay,
they get the deny this time at least, but
yeah. Mag hits hard enough.
Well, Quick trying to do what he can. Has his armlet turned on, but oh, buddy, no, he'll get stuck. Arise looking for the RP, but he can't find it. Hani with the double Ravage. He'll bring him down before Arise can even get a single RP. The meatball's there, and oh, this poor Centaur, or this. As good a start as you can hope for in this group stage. They still have a lot of matches to go, and coming up in this kind of home stretch of the group stage the next week and a half, we'll see a lot of Fnatic games, and they still have big ones to play. I think they've played mostly the lower-seeded team, so off to a good start, but still plenty of room to struggle moving towards the top 4.
Cool. Well, it's been a lot of fun. We've had well, 2 big upsets today, which are both great games, and well, an entertaining game to end on here by Fnatic and MYM.
So that will wrap up our coverage for today, folks. And thank you for joining us per usual. StarLadder EU will have a break coming up the next 2 days, and then it will resume Monday and Tuesday. Always the off day this season for EU group stage. I'm Zayori in the studio. Follow me on Twitter at ZayoriTV, and of course joined by David Parker at BTS Gods on Twitter. Follow at Beyond the Summit to stay up to date with all things at the studio and StarLadder. Don't go anywhere though, because we do have a fun little treat coming up next. We are going to be live streaming the seeding draft for the European pre-qualifier of the Summit. That was quite a mouthful, but we're going to draw the seeds live on stream. So we're going to have a little break, and then I think LD and K-Pop Toasters are going to come up here and relieve me of my duties and draw for the draft, or draw for the seeding. So we're done with StarLadder coverage, but the stream will stay on. We'll see you guys on Tuesday for more StarLadder EU coverage. And oh yeah, the playoffs for StarLadder America begin tomorrow. Parker, it's you and me casting those, right? I think so. Yep. Yeah, so the beginning of America playoffs. Yeah. Yeah.